So in this video, I want to talk about one of the big boys up front, and that's number 65. Now, when we initially drafted him, I didn't even know who he was because one, I didn't pay attention to the draft, but then I was like, wait, he's actually starting? And then his rookie year, he was really good. And then 2024, he got better. People thought he was a Pro Bowl snub, but like this year, like he might actually be a like surefire Pro Bowler. Like I really do truly believe we have one of the best guard duos in the league, and Matthew Bergeron, bro, he's on like a very good pace to be probably an all-pro if he keeps getting better week to week. And just like Chris Lindstrom, he's an elite run blocker, and I want to talk about his run blocking in this video because man, this guy is moving humans, bro. But if y'all guys do enjoy this, be sure to like, subscribe for more. So let's go and get into the film. So this first run I want to look at is against the Vikings, and this was a short yardage situation because you can tell off of the personnel package, right? We're in 12, so that means 2 tight ends, 1 running back, and then the 2 receivers. But you see it's Ray and Kadero Hodge, which is a very big indicator, hey, this is short yardage. So what we're going to be getting is a duo run, but this is against a 6-2 front, really a 6-1 plus Josh Metellus, because Josh Metellus, he plays everything. He plays safety, he plays nickel, he plays corner, he plays edge, he plays linebacker. Like this man is just a Swiss Army knife. So it's a 6-1 plus Josh Metellus, right? But either way, we're going to be getting duos. So at its heart, it's just double teams on the defensive tackles. But you see, since you're in a 6-2 front, you can't get those double teams going, right? So we can only get one double team, and that's going to be the double team right here on this guy right here with Nuzul and Bergeron, okay? And I want y'all to pay attention to that right there because this is some good power by Matthew Bergeron. So initially 97 is going to, try to cross the face of Ryan Nuzul, but look at like the knockback power that Matthew Bergeron plays with. So we're going to watch this play through. There's going to be a motion across to in sense like, okay, we're going to run this way. Now we obviously we're running this way because look, the way to tell duel from inside zone, because there's like a lot of debate about that, it's not the same thing. The line's going this way, Tyler's getting the ball going that way. That's how you know it's duo, okay? But anyways, let's get back to this play. So you're going to see he's going to try to work to cross Ryan Nuzul's face, and you see how he just puts his head down and it just completely knocks him down, and they knock him down 3 yards down the line of scrimmage or down the field, okay? But look, this pretty much clears a path right here that Ivan Pace Jr. runs through, but since like that doesn't matter, right? Because they took him out the play already, and we know that duo, you're pretty much trying to work the opposite of the running or of the blocking scheme, okay? And so he does that, and they're able to easily cut that back. Boom. Now we get a first down on a short yardage, which was a 10-yard run, but really just focusing on Matthew Bergeron, his knockback power, because he knocked him all the way on the ground and knocked him 3 freaking yards down the field. So very good strength guy too. Now this next one is a zone run. We're going to be running outside zone to the weak, which means you see the way the front is set up. This is an over front, so that means we're going to get the 3-tech to the field, aka to where the tight end is, because Kyle Pitts is off screen over that way. And when you're running outside zone weak, you want to attack this big space right here. It's called the B gap bubble because this B gap is uncovered. Nobody's here, and he's supposed to insert right here essentially because look, Bobby Wagner's going to be right here on this A gap. He's got this gap, he's got this gap, he's got that gap, he's got that gap. So that's pretty much how the run fit is working. Now what we're watching here, we're going to be watching, Matthew Bergeron obviously, but his like the nuances of his technique, okay? So let's check this out. When this ball is snapped, okay, look at what his arm is doing. This may not look like a lot to the average fan, but this is what we call showing presence, okay? When you show your presence on a guy like this, it helps the center overtake him in a sense, or really just secure this block in a way, right? So he's going to show his presence right here, and he feels it, so he tries to swipe it down, but you see he shows presence just long enough for Ryan Nuzul to overtake him in this block and get across his face, okay? Now what when you're doing these outside zone runs, when you see a helmet on this side of where the run is going, because the run is going this way, you don't want the stripes to be on this side of the block. You want it to be on the other side, okay? And showing presence, that just for that brief moment, it'll allow Ryan Nuzul to take over, and get across his face back on the right side of the block. Because look, now the helmet's on this side and the run's going this way, and Ryan Nuzul's helmet's on this side of the that. And he pretty much turns him out in the sense where he puts himself between the running back and the defensive lineman. That's what I call turning a guy out. Pause, not like that. But you're gonna see, once he, shows his presence right here, got that arm, now he climbs up to Mikey Sanders still. And usually, guards like this, they aren't that agile. They aren't, really just quick in space. But you see, Matthew Bergeron he's just like Chris Lindstrom. Okay, let's look at Chris Lindstrom, man. First of all, look at this. Look at that climb. Now he misses the hit, but he still able to get his hands on him. But look, let's get back to Matthew Bergeron. So look, he gets his hands on Mikey Sanders still, and boom, he just drives him back. Okay. Now usually in the past, when he gets his hands on, and then the guy turns like this, he's still gonna be holding on. But what you do is you just disengage and then push him down. Okay. Because you don't want to get that holding call. If you get that holding call, this run gets negated and you're 10 yards back. But very good job of being aware that he's trying to disengage from the block. And I'm just going to push you downfield and pretty much just knock you over. So good stuff by Matthew Bergeron right there. Okay, showing your presence, getting up there to the second level, getting your hands on the DB, and then pushing them out the way. Very good stuff right there. This one is from Monday night when we were playing the Bills. They're going to be running still outside zone. We're going to have a motion come over from this way. Okay, it's going to be David Seals. And the way they adjust to it, they're going to just pretty much pull the chain. So he's going to go over one. He's going to go over one. And that's pretty important when you're talking about how this run is supposed to be blocked up, okay? Now, remember, 44 is right here now, right after this motion. I'm going to go ahead and just play it through, okay? So you're going to see he's going to be over there. He's going to be over this A gap. So he's playing pretty much like a 10. You add the 0 because he's off ball. But let's look at this. Once again, doing a very good job of showing your presence on this 3-tech right here and then getting upfield, right? So let's look at it. Now, since this is Michael Jarrell, he held it a little bit longer. That's what I'm assuming because he doesn't hold it that long for Ryan Newsel. Okay, so let's look at it. Showing your presence right here just long enough. And you see he finally does it when, he swipes down. Okay, and now he's, pretty much one-on-one in space with Andreessen, which is a good run stopper as a linebacker. Now he gets his hands on, and once again, he turns them out. Okay, you see Bijan's right here. He's in between him and the linebacker. So he turns them out right there. After he shows his presence, he gets to the second level, engages, doesn't, let the guy get off of him easily. And then once Bijan passes him, he can let him go. He's like, okay, now you're out of the play completely. And you see, he went to go celebrate with him, but this technique is amazing from him, bro. Because look at this once again, just one more time. Show your presence long enough for the guard, or for the tackle rather, and then boom, I'm gonna engage, turn you out, and look at Kyle Pitts throwing a man down oh my God, look at this. Oh my God, you even got Kyle Pitts involved in the blocking scheme, bro. But you see, good job by Bergeron, showing his presence, still able to climb and get his hands onto the next guy and allow a big run to happen. So good stuff by him. Now this play right here, it isn't perfect in the sense of how the run is supposed to be blocked up because we still have outside zone going, right? We're going to run into the strong side now because look, Kyle is aligned right here. They're going to align to the tight end. So the 3-tech is in this gap right here. Okay. Which means in theory, you want to attack this side of the field, but we're not. We're going to run strong this time. But look, we're going to be getting outside zone, obviously. And remember, we always leave the backside end unblocked. So that means you're supposed to be getting this right here, and he's going to pretty much be overtaking him, okay? But that doesn't happen. Jake Matthews, he kind of whiffs on the block, okay? So let's look at how this plays out, right? So, boom, we're going to get this ball going. Look at this. He does a very good job of, bro. Most guards can't do this, man. They aren't quick enough off the ball. You see how he's in a 2-eye right here? This is a hard block to get across his face and then drop him downfield, right? But you see what he does when the ball is snapped? He gets across immediately. Look at how he's able to fire off and get across his face, okay? Now, boom, now he's driving him. And Jake Matthews kind of whiffs on it. I think he was trying to overtake him or just push him. But, look at how he comes off with his block. Now he's on Frankie Louisville, right? And once again, it kind of helps that you have Bijan Robinson. He doesn't go down on arm tackles because if he did, this would be a dead run. But look at this. Bergeron was able to, get off of this guy, get to the next level, get his hands on Frankie Louisville, right? And the run cuts right off of his butt, and we get a good amount off of this run. But look, man, his ability to fire off and cross the defensive tackle's face, then get to the next level and have the run cut right off of him, and you get a positive gain, this guy is going to be an all-pro one day, and I'm telling y'all, he will be. Now, this last one is like a cleaner version of what an overtake is supposed to look like. So really what an overtake is, so let's just draw it up right here, okay? Let's say, once again, we just got a zone run going to the right, okay? We're going to do it from under center. We're going to have a 3-tech right here. We're going to have the nose right there, and then in, okay? Now, really what an overtake is say we're going to be running to the right once again. We're going to reach block right here, okay? Eventually, this center's going to have to overtake this defensive tackle, which is going to be hard, but you're going to have your help from the right guard to, really establish that, then get to the next level, and then the center can overtake him. Okay, that's pretty much what we're talking about, what I mean by overtake. And Matthew Bergeron right here, he's going to do a very good job of overtaking this nose tackle. Okay, so we're going to get outside zone going to the left side of the screen. We're going to get right here. Boom, he's going to get the help. He's going to do a good job of getting to this block right here. That's essentially what's going on right here on this side of the run. So watching this play out, you're going to see that when this ball is snapped, boom, he does a good job, Ryan Newsel, of getting his head in the right spot. Because remember, since we're running zone to the left, or the right rather, you want his helmet to be on the right side of this guy. And it is. Cool. Now look, check this out. Now look at this is where the overtake comes in. Okay. Now he gets his hands on this guy, and he's able to help Ryan Newsel climb to the next level by overtaking his nose tackle. And you see he picked him up around the 30-yard line, and look at where he's able to really just finally stop. He stops damn near let's say the 22-yard line. That's about 8 yards he pushed him or drove him down the field. This is an amazing overtake by Matthew Bergeron, because look at this, boom. Now he's disengaging, and now I'm going to drive you down the field, and you can't make a play. This man is going to be an all-pro one day. I'm telling y'all, man. He's too good to not get that nod, bro. I'm telling y'all. And once again, I really wasn't familiar with who Matthew Bergeron was. I just, saw on my phone that we took a tackle in day 2, and I was like, okay, cool. I think we need some O-line help. But then I did not know he would start that fast and be very good that fast. And then he can play up and down the line too. He could play tackle. He could play right tackle. He could play left tackle. He could play right guard. We have a very good lineman on our hands right here, bro, because he can play in pretty much any spot. I don't know about center. I haven't seen him play center, but he could play on the left or right side. He could do whatever you ask him to do. And even the staff knows, hey, we have a plan in place to where if we need to move him to tackle, we can move him to tackle and be fine. So it's just I'm really loving who we got at left guard, okay? This man is very good. So if y'all guys did enjoy this video, be sure to like and subscribe for more, because once again, more is coming at y'all. I can't wait till Sunday because I really want to see us beat San Francisco, but that's besides the point. See you guys later next video. Goodbye.